I'm so glad that you've tuned in for today's Drawing for Kids program brought to you by the Ann Arbor District Library and the Ann Arbor Art Center. Today we're going to be drawing realistic and cartoon pigs. So pigs are my favorite animal. You can apply this to a different animal if you would like, but the top half is going to be a more realistic looking pig and the bottom half is going to be a cartoon looking pig. So as you can see here, I've already started drawing the general shape and I am just going to use a pencil for the realistic version, and we will add ink and color to the cartoon version. So first things first is drawing out that body shape. So on the cartoon one, you can see I have a large circle that is drawn out. And then for the realistic pig, it's a little bit more like a long, lumpy oval, and I've just started to draw in that nose and mouth. So when you're drawing the realistic one, it's going to have a lot more detail, so I'll spend more time on that one. But you're gonna see me going back and forth. I would recommend you just kind of choosing one first and then going back and re-watching the video again and then trying it out again for the cartoon. But if you have two different pieces of paper kind of readily available there at your table wherever you're drawing, so that you're able to work on both at the same time. Or again, like I said, you can also come back and do them one at a time. It's up to you. So you can see a little vertical oval for the realistic nose, and then kind of just a little pie piece for its mouth. And then I've added in another circle overlapping my cartoon body, so that is going to be for the head. And then you can see I've added a little curly tail for the realistic pig up above. Now I'm drawing in the realistic pig's eye, which looks kind of like a human eye with some little wrinkles and details around it. Now for the cartoon one, you can see here a variety of eye shapes as well as the little nose. It could be more of an oval or more of a circle, even a triangular shape. You can really do some funky things with the cartoon one, whereas the realistic one needs to look a little bit more like an actual pig. And so you can see here the different shapes of the ears that I've started for the realistic versus the cartoon. Again, the cartoon can be a little bit more triangular. I have some nice little curves here on this one to make it look like the ears are kind of flipped over or whatever on both the realistic one and the cartoon one. So really look at the basic shapes regardless of whether you're drawing a cartoon pig or the realistic pig. Try to find triangles and ovals and circles. So then for the cartoon one, you can add other details like eyelashes or little eyebrows. And then you can see up here now I'm working on its legs. So again, look at those shapes. That back leg especially got that nice curve there as it attaches to the body, near its belly. And then kind of some funky little shapes for the hoofs, which are pretty much like little squares or little trapezoids. Now look at how I'm doing these legs on the cartoon one. So those are pretty rectangular, but I could also do a curvier approach as well. So watch this time as I kind of make the legs a little bit more with curved lines instead of straight vertical lines going down. And then here on the little hoofs on the cartoon one, they're almost like a little W, right, as they attach to the rest of the legs. Okay, and then I'm just gonna leave a simple little curly tail on that cartoon one, and then I'm gonna come back up to do the front legs on the more realistic pig. Now this pig looks like he's been exercising quite a bit and is not super chunky, if you would call it that, I guess. So got some nice long legs. We're able to see a lot of it. All right, so that looks pretty good, I think, for the realistic pig. The cartoon, I'm gonna add a little rosy cheeks, and then I can do some shading in that realistic one if you want, by kind of lightly shading, coloring in with your pencil. And then for the cartoon one, to make it really look like a cartoon and like an illustration, I'm going to add a black ink pen to outline my pencil lines, and then I can color in with, a marker or colored pencil, whatever you have at home. And then for the realistic one, if you want to continue shading that even further, feel free to do so. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's Drawing for Kids video and that you are able to apply what you've learned to create a really great drawing of both a realistic and cartoon pig.